Hello, everyone. This is Alina Johnson of Johnson Consulting Services, and thank you for joining us today. Today, we'll be discussing financial literacy, specifically the Biden Debt Relief Program. So let's get to it. I'll be starting a presentation with you shortly. Today, we'll be discussing the Biden Student Debt Relief Program, hosted by Johnson Consulting Services. This program is a weekly series on financial literacy, held Mondays here on YouTube live. The Biden Student Debt Relief Program is laid out on the Department of Education website, but I've highlighted the main items here for you today. This is a revised income-driven repayment plan. Who are we? Johnson Consulting Services is a woman-owned SBA business headquartered here in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. We are professional consultants with expertise and knowledge in STEM, financial aid, and FAFSA, and we help college-bound students and families pay for college without loans. We specialize in financial literacy. We provide professional consulting services in auditing, business consulting, schooling, and signing or notary services. So visit us today and don't forget to subscribe. Today, we have so much to be thankful for and so many to be thankful to. One being the Consumer Finance Monitor, along with other reputable finance news sources, the National Consumer Law Center, and National Public Radio, along with an obscure federal agency. If you look at student loan debt over a 20 to 25 year period, you'll see that it was just not working for American households. After a 20 to 25 year period, at least 3 organizations independently concluded that the reality for over 2 million borrowers was that only 32, that's 32 borrowers, had actually had their loans forgiven after that time period, which is just unacceptable. If you look at student loan debt nationally, you'll see that student loan debt is the second highest debt in all American households, with only mortgage debt exceeding it. Mortgage debt is seen in the orange. Student loan debt is seen in the red in this graphic. If you look at financial aid and student loan indebtedness, the Institute for College Access and Success, or TICAS, has done that for us. They looked at regional and statewide data. And for the state of Michigan, for instance, they concluded that for the average Michigan college graduate, the average debt owed was almost $30,000, or $29,863 to be exact. Today, we'll look at the who, the what, the where, and the when. So who is eligible? Well, those with loans held by the Department of Education. For individuals, anyone with an income under $125,000. And for households, those incomes under $250,000 are eligible or qualify. This Biden debt relief program is offered jointly by the U.S. Department of Education and the White House. Your student loan debt is capped at the amount of your debt. So that means if you're eligible for $20,000 and you only owe $15,000, you will receive debt forgiveness in $15,000. You will never receive more than you owe. 2, this program automatically transitions student loan borrowers into regular payments, even if those payments are zero, because all COVID or CARE funds or pandemic-related support related to student loan debt expires in December 31st of this year. So you don't need to do anything for this extension. There are income-based repayment plan rule revisions, which I'll go over shortly. For student loan borrowers, Pell Grant recipients will receive up to $20,000 in loan forgiveness. Non-Pell Grant recipients, up to $10,000 in loan forgiveness. Any student loan borrower who accepted federal student aid from the Department of Education will receive loan forgiveness. These are obviously at colleges and universities across America that accept federal student aid. Now, the date has yet to be determined, but if you sign up today for alerts, and you can sign up on the Department of Education subscription page, they will notify you when the process has opened and you can complete your application. I've screenshotted the subscription page for you here. And as you can see, you just simply add your email address and select that first box, New Federal Student Loan Borrower Updates. You can select other boxes as they apply to you for alerts. And once you complete your application, you can expect relief in 4 to 6 weeks. And of course, that's as of today's date. There are a handful of states that will be taxed for that loan forgiveness, but Michigan, thankfully, is not one of those states. Let's talk a little bit about discretionary income because it's part of the plan revisions. Discretionary income is in the spending portion of financial literacy. So it's what's left over after your essentials, food, shelter, and clothing, and taxes are paid. So let's get into the rules. Rule number 1, borrowers are no longer required to pay 10% of discretionary income monthly on undergraduate loans. We are now at 5%, which is a significant savings. Second, the plan now raises the amount of income that is protected from repayment. So if a borrower makes about $15 minimum wage, then you're protected from that repayment. And I'm just going to call it here, the minimum wage in this country hasn't been touched federally since 2009. So at Johnson Consulting Services, we're going to call it that there will be an announcement on an increase in the federal minimum wage pretty shortly. Third, loan balances after 10 years of payment will be forgiven for balances of $12,000 or less. No more 20-year payments, going into the Ethernet and you never hear anything. 10 years of payments. Loan balances under 12, boom, that loan is forgiven. Also, more importantly, and why the graph shows loan balances increasing over time is now the government is covering the borrower's unpaid monthly interest payments. That means even when your monthly payment is zero, and that is a significant change from before. Who are we? A woman-owned SBA certified business with knowledge and expertise in financial literacy. Johnson Consulting Services provides professional consulting services in this area, generally in consulting and schooling. You can visit us today online and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and we love to see you next week. Bring a friend. We're going to be talking about the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and that's September 19th at noon. Don't forget to engage with us on social media. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll be answering your questions.